We got you covered, don't worry, my friend. In fact, we've got everyone out there wanting to bake, and with a little less resistance in the kitchen, we got you covered as well. When it comes to baking a delectable and scrumptious cake, it is essential to be systematic in your approach, because it really is an exact science that must be followed precisely. This we know about baking. Here to give us some simple tricks that will help you make consistently delicious cake is no stranger to the show. In fact, she flew in all the way from the other side of the world, literally, to give us these tips. That's how much you matter this morning. Melandie, Esterhuizen, welcome back to the show!
Thank you.
Almost gave you a new name. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
How are you? How is life in a very different world?
It's very good. I'm very good. I've moved to New Zealand 3 years ago, and I'm just here for a quick holiday.
You don't have an accent at all.
Really? We were talking
really
about it
do,
earlier.
and I love it. It's so awesome. Oh, it's so good to have you here, practicing pastry chef at the moment. What does that look like in your world?
It's very, very different. Very different. Very short hours, actually. Very
Really?
good hours, yeah.
So not this at all.
Not this. Very, very good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm working at a French bakery at the moment, so It's been good. I'm surprised I haven't picked up that much weight.
No, you look
eating all the
amazing,
pastries.
I know. It is your right, but that's fantastic. So I'm so glad that we actually have you here, terra firma in South Africa, to take us through, because we've got a lot of home bakers who often hit these little kind of issues. I don't have this, or why is this not happening? I don't have my amas, what can I do? We've got some great baking tips here, courtesy of Mama Bake. So where should we start? Maybe...
So, I think it's good to start over here, because this might take a while. So if you don't have a masi, you can just take 1 cup of milk, 25 ml of lemon juice, and we'll just pour it in, give it a quick mix.
And often this will happen by mistake when you're trying to create something else, the curdle.
Yes.
But in this case, we actually want that whey to separate.
Yeah, so you can actually see it's already starting to separate. The longer it sits, the more it will separate. And it's getting thicker too. Can you see that?
It's almost immediately, wow.
Yeah, so it's getting that amasi consistency. So, yeah, easy.
And about how long will it take to get the optimal, what you're looking for?
Probably about 5 minutes. We'll come back to this, but you can see it's very, very quick. Like, we've already got that curdling effect, and it will just happen more as it sits.
Oh, and this is like a nice buttermilk kind of substitutes that kind of vibe, right?
Yes, and you can do this with milk alternatives too. So if you need, I don't know, almond milk, buttermilk.
Yes.
There's your tip.
I was just thinking, put a bit of banana flavour in there. I'll drink it straight. That's the original protein shake. I absolutely love that. OK, so I don't have a premix that has everything in it. I need something that's going to rise. How do I create my own self-raising flour?
Yeah, so this is actually something we don't have in New Zealand. We don't have self-raising flour.
Oh, really?
No. So, very easy trick. You just take your flour, you add some baking powder, give it a mix.
So that maybe is why the rugby has dipped off in recent times. Maybe it's the lack of self-raising flour. No, I had to get a dig in there. So.
Yes, well, I'm still a Springbok.
I know, yeah, you're wearing the green just to emphatically prove that point. Brilliant, it's going to work. I love that. Let's move on to our final hack. Carl demanded food this morning, and we're going to make him a cake.
Yes. So if you want to have a cake with less crumbs, you can see, like, cake crumbs happen. Like, it's inevitable. Bake the cake the day before, put it in the fridge overnight. The fat in there will solidify and set, and because the cake is cold, your cream cheese mixture will just firm up instantly.
It's not going to tear off the surface area as it bonds.
And it won't slide either. You know, sometimes when you ice a cake and it just starts sliding, it's the worst, because you put in all this effort and you want to make this beautiful cake, and it just slides. Especially in the hot weather we have at the moment. You know, it's February.
Yeah.
Gets really warm.
And that's heartbreaking when you've gone through that entire process and you've almost nailed it, and then you trip at the final hurdle. Come on.
Yeah, so you can see it sets very well, and we'll just take this one. Always when you stack a cake, also use your...
Underside up.
Up, yes.
So it's nice and flat and level.
And you just press it in gently. And now, when we ice it, I like to start at the top. Different bakers do it differently.
Different ways.
But I like to start at the top and just...
Kan jy ietsie in Afrikaans sê met 'n New Zealand accent.
Nee, ek het nog nie 'n New Zealand aksent in Afrikaans nie.
They can never take that away, baby.
No, that's mine. I'm proud of it.
We are proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you so much for coming. You are not
Thank
going
you.
anywhere, okay? Now that we've
No.
got you here, we're going to see if we can entice you to stay. Stick around as Melandie is going to take us through some more deliciousness here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We said fun and games. We've got tons on the way. And yes, your chance to win a brand new Samsung phone. Stick around.
Clover's range of margarines and spreads. Classic spread. Mama Bake.
Margie, how do you know what we like?
I know someone who knows.
Spread the Margie love.
Made with love by Clover.